It means that you could be set back because your head is bigger than what is reality. The reality is wealth is for those who value its existence. Get out there, value what you have, apologize to that lady.
Boy, I'm telling you, God is my witness. You gon' sit right here and listen till I'm finished. Cause you ain't got nowhere to go. Don't think I don't know that you ain't been telling the truth.
Wealth is not for those who are given an education. It's for those who value its existence. You're watching Shirley's World. Shirley's World. I almost can't even say my own name. Hey you guys, thank you so much for watching. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. It's something to be in a video and then also have to work and pay the bills at the same time, but we're doing both of them. How are you doing out there? There's a lot going on in the world, so let's talk about the HBCUs. Make sure that you have your handy notebook. For me today, it is a notepad.
You're watching Shirley.
And we're going to take some notes because I want to talk about what has happened. Well, recently, as you know, Betsy DeVos spoke to a historical black university. That university, which is Bethune-Cookman University in Florida, booed her.
Later today, I will have the honor of visiting Dr. Bethune's home and paying my respects at her gravesite. I am moved by words in her last will and testament, where Dr. Bethune described what she hoped her legacy would be. The beautifully written testament cited love, hope, and a thirst for education as the ideals she wanted people to embrace in her memory. Congratulations, and may God continue to bless our nation, Bethune-Cookman University, and each of you, the class of 2017.
These kids booed the Secretary of Education, Educational Secretary, they booed her. They found it hilarious to boo her. But you know, this is the interesting part. They go to school to be a capitalist. You have one of the most wealthiest women in the world, a very successful woman. I didn't say she is the, I said she's one of a woman of success and of wealth. Here's an opportunity for you to speak and hear from wealth, address wealth, and have wealth in your presence. And in return, what you do is you boo her. You boo her because you prefer liberal people, people who want you to be dependent on governmental programs that have been failing your generation for decades. Something on my tongue. Let me tell you something. That's the problem with folks. That's the problem with Americans. That's the problem with African American people who do not understand what true wealth and what true capitalism is. Capitalism means that you capitalize off the opportunities that are proposed before you. And this was a wonderful opportunity for a historical black university, especially in Florida, Bethune-Cookman, for you to be an example for the rest of the universities of what could come from this Trump administration. This administration is trying to work and focus on making America great again. But how can that do that? How can you do that when it's interesting that you would take governmental funds to pay for your school, for your boarding, for your education, and when you have one of the top Trump administrators come and administrate good information to you in an commencement speech, your graduation speech, to tell you about wealth and capitalism and how education will take you to the next level, you don't value it. That's why I don't trip off of you educated Negroes. See, educated Negroes, non-Negroes, anyone that is so-called educated that does not understand true wealth will never have it. Just because you have a degree does not make you wealthy. Just because you're in the presence of a school that administered a piece of paper to you, that you gave them a lot of money to, or you use the government money and thinking that the government is going to bail you out. The government's not going to bail you out. Common sense to identify greatness in your presence is what's going to bail you out, but that won't bail you out because you don't even identify when it's in your existence. That's the problem with you people. You expect government to intervene in every aspect of your life. Well, it doesn't work like that. It works when you realize that by booing that lady, it does not look good for our people. It does not look good to the Trump administration or Omarosa, who is busting her butt out there trying to get more important issues on the table for people of color. Negroes, children of the indigenous slaves that died for you 400 years ago. You indigenous slave children of these historical black universities. Wake up! Wake up to the fact that there's money and capitalism out there for those who are interested in growing and learning and prospering. But if you don't value greatness, people with ideas and quiet in your mind and your mouth, you ain't gonna never make it. You ain't gonna make it. This is a generational problem, people. These are children of indigenous slaves who have been dependent on governmental programs from the 1970s and 60s and so forth to 2017 today. These are generational children of problems. Children who do not understand what true capitalism is because they've been dependent on programs and subsidies and loans and gifts and grants. And you don't understand that now you have been given an opportunity to be under the most wealthiest capitalist administration that you can't even identify that, but you still want to boo this lady who didn't do nothing to you but ask you to listen. Scripture says to humble yourself in the sight of the Lord. Now, I'm not saying she's the Lord, but humble yourself. A sight of greatness is above you. A sight of greatness was before you. Listen to the Spirit of God in you. And if you ain't got Spirit of God in you, you a hot mess. That's probably why you boo, you stupid fool. Historical black universities. This is now our time to capitalize on for making America great for us. For each individual person, no matter what ethnic background you are, to identify the greatness that's out there if you capitalize off of it. Capitalism wealth is not for those who are just educated, but for those who value wealth existence. Wealth existence will never be upon you. You'll never really understand what money is because you continue to think that the government is going to solve, fix, correct all of your problems. You continue to think if we had a different administration, it's going to be better for us. It will not. It will not because your mind is not right. You got mind issues. You need to do good things for yourself. So here's some solutions. Number one, the number one solution you should do is watch your mouth. When you see people like Betsy DeVos, when you see the chance, if you're given an opportunity to have any of the Trump administration or of their staff in your presence, listen, ask questions, and be quiet. Number two, say good things out of your mouth. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Speak good things out of your mouth and stop correcting people who know more than you because you don't know nothing. And number three, the government ain't there to fix your problems, fool. Just because you got an education better than your mama and daddy because you went to a black university don't mean that you're going to be wealthier. It means that you could be set back because your head is bigger than what is reality. The reality is wealth is for those who value its existence. Get out there, value what you have, apologize to that lady, and step up to the plate. That in order to make this country great again, it starts with people like you and me. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Urban Game Changers, come join, sign up, become part of our team. I thank you for watching Shirley's World.